Okay, so let's review the move from yesterday a couple times, and then let's do the whole third section, all right? And then we'll come back and review the move in more detail, but just the basics of the move right now. All right, I'll do it with my back to you. Got it?
No, not yet, but I will.
You will. All right, let's go from lean with back. Okay, so that is the whole third section of the form. All right? So I know you're still working on it, but You've got the first three sections of the four sections. Let me do it a couple of times with my back to you, okay? Let me see you do it.
I'm not sure.
Hey,
I know the end.
you got the beginnings of it. All right, I have a question for you. It has nothing to do with Tai Chi. How many chateaux are there in France?
But I don't know. Chateau that people can visit or chateau that people own?
Just, yeah, all of them together. All of them together. I actually looked this up yesterday.
Oh, really? So
Yeah. What would be your guess?
500?
45,000.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Wow.
I was kind of amazed by that.
A friend of mine
45.
has one. It's beautiful.
Wow. Very
It's
nice.
really
Well,
gorgeous.
yeah, there's some that are magnificent. There are many that have been abandoned that are just out there in the country with no one in them.
Yeah,
But
he got it for almost nothing because it hasn't been, I mean, in the family for I don't know, I think tens of years, and he got it for like really,
Almost nothing, huh?
yeah. I mean, everything was the castle was. I mean, the it was totally devastated and no roof, and I mean, it was a lot
Oh,
of work, but
yeah.
they did it all by themselves, and now it's
Wow.
crazily beautiful.
Wow. Well, apparently there's a lot of, what I saw was a video of somebody who was in the process. They spent 5 years fixing up this old chateau, and they, went from more or less a complete wreck to something that was very, very beautiful. But
Yeah,
boy,
but
a lot of work and a lot of money to,
a lot of work, a lot of money, and then you have maintenance, which is like a
oh,
lot of money too. I
yeah,
mean, it's
exactly, exactly.
nonstop.
Can
Yeah.
you can you imagine what the heating bill is for one of those buildings? I think that the people I were watching, I think they were turning it into like a retreat center or a hotel or some kind. So they were creating different bedrooms upstairs and they were going to rent them out, Who knows? But anyway, they did a really outstanding job. It was quite amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
anyway, that has nothing to do with Tai Chi, but I thought it was interesting. All right, let's just go over the move from yesterday again. So, if you remember, right, you walk backwards at an angle. Oh, that's the major footwork is going backwards at an angle, and then the first move, the left foot is forward. All right, the left foot is forward, and you come up, and when you get up to the top here, that's when your toes move. So it'll turn you a little bit to the left, and then pull down. All right. Yeah, exactly. It's like you're grabbing apples up in a tree. All right. And now you're just standing there again. All right. Now you're gonna the second move. You're gonna smack this guy. Right. You step out and smack him. Right? This goes like this. Yeah. Okay, let's put them together. Now, I'm going to do this again. I want you to watch something in particular here. Watch the red stripe. If you're going to hit like this, up and out, then you need to sink in the opposite direction first. Again, watch. Right, you sink into the red stripe, boom. Now, yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is part of sinking. Yes, very good. This is part of how you find the internal rhythm. There's a real rhythm in the Tai Chi form, but you have to sink in order to find it. Boom, 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 boom. When you sink into the ground, all right, and then you can say you coil into the ground like a spring. You coil into the ground and then you pop back up. All right. So you coil into the ground, bam, and then it pops back up. Let's do it together. Yeah. Now, as long as we're on this subject, you coil into the ground here in the red stripe, and then up and down, and coil into the red stripe, and boom. Yes. Yes. So that the coiling into the ground is called closing, like you're closing a door. And then when you come up, you close and then you open. Right? You close, you open. Close, open. Close, open. Close, open. Close, open. Yeah. And shift your weight. Watch. Shift your weight. Close, open. Close, open. Close, open. Try it. Let me turn my back to you. All right. Close. All my weight on the right. Open. All my weight on the left. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Yes. Very good. Now, that exercise that you're doing applies to this move, but it applies to every other move too. All right? Sometimes it's really obvious, sometimes it's much more subtle. But close and open. Closing is yin, opening is yang. Yin and yang, yin and yang, yin and yang. That's why it's called Tai Chi. All right? Watch. Close, open. Close, open. Close, open. All right? So again, let's do this. A little more moderate than the exercise. Close, open, close, open. Yeah. Close, open, close, open. So my master would yell at me for saying this, but it's very dance-like. All right? Close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Or you could close on the other side. Open, close, open. Yeah? You start to get that feeling in your body, and then you can start to find the rhythm that's in the form itself. And once you find that rhythm, it makes everything so much easier. All right? Let's go on. Close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. All right? You could go through the entire form like that. It's always the same. All right. Let me do it a few times with my back to you. Close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. Close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. So, in a lot of ways, the Tai Chi form is just opening and closing in about 1 million different versions of it. Right? So if you can grab hold of that idea, it can help you. Like if you're open, right? You're open and you're saying, what do I do next? I can guarantee you you're going to close. So the question is, how are you going to close? Right? If you're closed and you're going, what do I do next? It's going to be open. You just have to remember which open, right? How open. Anyway, so is this helping?
Yes, a lot.
Good. All right. Why don't you just practice it a couple of times? I'm just going to watch.
Like just the last part. I mean,
Well, yeah, the whole move. Huh?
yeah.
Wait a minute. I think yesterday I mentioned that there's one little part of this move that always kind of tricks people, and they can't find the rhythm there, and so they sort of fall apart. Let me do this, and I'll call it out. Close, open, close, open, close, open. It's this. All right. Why are you coming up? Well, because you need to open. All right. Let me just do it. So, do you see what I'm saying there? You close, and then because you've closed down, your body's going to want to come back up. Close, open, and then close again and hit, and close again and throw. Let me do it a few more times. Does it help when my back is to you?
Yeah, a lot. Because
Let me do it with my back to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every count, 1, 2, 3, 4, has 2 parts, open and close. All right? So there's actually 8 parts to this move. 4 opens, 4 closes. Close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. One, 2, 3, 4. Now you try it. Bounce up, bounce up, bounce up first and then close again. And close and open and close and open. One more. Close, close, open. Close, open. Close, open. Close, close. You close on your right leg. Let's do it together.
I have a, I'm a, I don't know. The last part, those circles that I have to do with my arms, I'm just totally lost. Figure 8, I'm just like.
Okay, let's practice the figure 8 a couple of times then. All right.
I know how. If you ask me to do it now, I will do it. But in the move, I'm just suddenly I'm like.
You know, you are a beginner, and all beginners have this same trouble. It's actually a problem with coordination, left-right coordination, and um,
And with Zoom, it's even more like.
well, Zoom, you're right. Zoom does make it more difficult. However, it is possible, right? And I'm telling you, reminding you that you're a beginner, so that you don't judge yourself, because the truth is, all beginners have these same problems. What happens is 9 out of 10 beginners never go on because this stuff is too difficult. Oh, it's too frustrating. It's too, I can't get it. Da, 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 da. They have all these things in their head that say they can't do it. And so they don't go on. But that's okay. 1 out of 10 makes the decision that by God, they are going to get this if it kills them, right?
I want to get it.
Well, then the secret to getting it is just persistence. Persistence, right? What's the French for persistence?
Persistence.
Well, it's the same word, right? It's persistence. You just keep doing it until you finally get it. And then after a while, you don't even think about it. You just do it automatically, right? Okay, so the figure eights. Start with your hand. Imagine there's a big clock, right? A big clock. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So you're going to start at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And now, these are the hands of the clock, right? And they're going to go around the clock until they get to 12 and 6. And then they're going to change places. And now they're going to go around the clock again. And they're going to change places. And around the clock again. And they're going to change places. So that's the really mechanical way to do it. But that's actually what you're doing. All right? All right, now let's run the clock backwards. All right, start here, 3 and 6, run the clock backwards. Change places, backwards, change places, backwards, right? And then just soften everything up. Right? Oh, the other direction, clockwise. And counterclockwise. Now, if you practice that for, say, 10 minutes twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, in 2 or 3 days, you'll have it.
I have it. It's just that in the move, I'm lost when I have to do it. It's so frustrating.
It's because, I think,
I'm thinking too much when I'm
well, yes.
anticipating that I'm gonna not be doing it, so it's stupid.
So then you don't do it. It's yes, that's part of it. You're thinking too much. Don't think when you do Tai Chi. Just use your body, right? The second thing is, this little exercise. These are pure uh, figure eight circles, but in the form, it's not purely that. It's a variation on that.
Mhm.
So that's the underlying geometry, but it's a little different, right? Oh, it's actually a hit. Hit. Oh, now it's a throw. Boom. All right, so it's not exactly like in the exercise, but the exercise is the foundation of it.
Well,
Um,
I have a lot of work this week.
let me see if I can get Annie in here for a second. Probably not. So Annie's going to come in here, and I'm going to do a demo. Um, what I'm going to demonstrate, Catherine, is the functions of every part of this move.
Mm.
But you have to understand that the form is the form. Martial functions are something different. You wouldn't do them in this actual sequence, right? Okay, so stand here facing me.
Thank you.
All right, so I finished this move. Here's the first part of the move. Boom, just like that. Very simple. All right. It could be that she's trying to punch me in the nose. All right. So I'm going to reach up and grab her, and her energy's already coming this direction, and I'm just going to keep her from punching me in the nose. So that's the first part of the move. Boom. The second part of the move, now she's somebody different. The second part of the move is you just whack her upside the head. Right? but she grabs your hand, right? Third part of the move is to knock her hand off, right? Then you sink and you hit her again, right? And now maybe she turns a little to her left, right? She turns her foot around, so her foot sweeps around, right? And she's gonna backhand me in the nose, right? So, boom, she does that. You grab this before it hits you in the nose. You step behind her and you open up like this, and it will throw her back over your leg. Does that help at all? Or does it just make it worse?
Frozen.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Frozen.
Well,
it's kind of cool. Looks like she's cold too. It's cold in here.
It's cold there too, she says.
All right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. I hope she thaws out.
There she is.
So annoying. I don't know what happened. It's just
It's a computer. It's a computer.
yeah, it is exactly.
Okay, so let me do it a couple of more times with my back to you, and then during the week, just practice these exercises and practice this move. Close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. One, two, three, four, hold down, figure eight, figure eight, figure eight.
You have 3 figure 8? 2.
Well, there's two. Okay, there's actually three, but I watch. That's actually a figure eight. Figure eight, figure eight. But I shouldn't have said anything. I don't emphasize the figure eight on the second one because it's already complicated enough. All right. Let's just say the last two. Figure eight, figure eight. If you start looking through the form, do the first section of the form, look for all the figure eights. There are more figure eights in there than you might think. Yeah. And there are 45,000 chateaux in France.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank
you to Annie for me, okay?
I will. All right. See you next time.